These are some of the worst execution methods ever. The wheel. The wheel started as a method of execution under the cruel Roman emperor of Commodus, memorialized by the gladiator. Commodus secured people on a bench, then rolled a wheel with iron spikes over the body of the executionee. An executioner would also pound the wheel into the body of the victim, rolling it up the body of a victim and causing a gruesome amount of pain to someone by doing so. There were two groups of people that would usually receive the wrath of the wheel: slaves and Christians. Sometimes, the wheel would roll from someone's ankle to their face. Other times, the wheel would roll horizontally across the body, and either way, the wheel was one of the cruelest forms of torture and execution. It was a popular means of state execution across the Middle East. Scaphism. Also known as the boats, this was a gruesome form of execution in ancient Persia, dating back to the 5th century BC. The method involved trapping the victim within two hollowed-out wooden boats, leaving only their head, hands, and feet exposed. The two boats would be tightly sealed together, with the victim's body held captive in a way that left them exposed to the elements, insects, and their own waste. The torture began with force-feeding the victim a mixture of honey and milk to induce severe diarrhea. This sugary concoction would attract swarms of insects, including flies, bees, and wasps. Over days and weeks, the insects would infest the victim's body, causing excruciating pain and infection. This method served as a public spectacle and a deterrent to potential wrongdoers, instilling fear throughout the empire. Poena culiae. In ancient Rome, poena culiae was a rather unique method of punishment. The term itself translates to penalty of the sack or punishment of the sack. It was reserved for individuals found guilty of parricide, the act of killing one's parents or close relative. The punishment involved a specific set of procedures. The convicted person was placed in a leather sack or bag, sometimes with animals like snakes, dogs, or a rooster, and then the sack was sealed. Imagine being confined in a sack with no room to move, and the added fear of unpredictable creatures inside. This was meant to be both a physical and psychological punishment. The convict was then thrown into a body of water, such as a river or the sea. The sack's weight, along with the inclusion of animals, was intended to make it an especially dreadful punishment. Impalement. Throughout history, two styles of impalement were commonly used. Longitudinal impalement involved impaling someone from the bottom up, with the point of the stake usually emerging from the victim's shoulder or breast. If done right, the spike misses all the internal organs, and the victim languishes for hours, even days, with their body weight dragging them down. Transversal impalement, meanwhile, involves piercing someone through the front and out the back. The chances of surviving for long after being impaled transversally are slim, as the weight is brutal on the spine, and it's harder to avoid organs with skewering someone through the middle. That's all for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to MJ Fact.